Hey, it's Gadget. Been a few days since the last video, but the news has been pretty dry. They have started dropping English language releases on the Nintendo Today app for characters in Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave. So if you're curious about those posts in English, the official translations go there. And you can also see the English VAs for all the characters as well. That being said, the Japanese Twitter page is still pretty far ahead, and I'll be continuing to cover it. On Twitter, they're just dropping new information about Sirocco, a character who's been revealed for latest route in the game, and here's his bio. So Sirocco is a mysterious bard who appeared in front of the revenge-seeking Leda, calling himself the Capricious Wind, and despite being the kind of smooth talker that goes to hit on any beautiful girl, he possesses keen deductive reasoning and is highly educated. His likes are the goddess Carla, all women, and composing poems. The great women respecter has entered the chat, and he reminds me a lot of Lewin from Fire Emblem 4. He's one of my favorite characters in the series. Few things to keep an eye on translation-wise. The term Kimagure Nakaze, Capricious Wind, could be translated as a variety of things, but basically it's just like he's calling himself a person that goes the way the wind takes him, someone who follows his whims. And he says one of his likes is the goddess Carla. It seems like there's a few different gods and goddesses in this land, and I'm sort of wondering if there's going to be a respective god mark or crest for this goddess. Maybe these will be the same crests from Three Houses, but on different names, referring to different origins than the 10 elites from Three Houses. I'm really curious about how the crests and marks are going to work in this continent, in this part of the world that we've been introduced to. Based off of his profile of being very deductive and, being very educated, he seems like a noble of some sort, maybe run away from home like Joshua from Sacred Stones, or just like Lewin from FE4. Probably from one of the northern territories in the Kingdom of Arago, based off what I'm seeing in the map. Maybe not, I'm not sure, I could be convinced otherwise. Before I get too caught up in baseless speculation, let's move on to the dialogue clip for Sirocco. So yeah, this is a scene in a bar brought to life by a certain Lady Luck. The so-called Capricious Wind can't leave such a beautiful woman alone. Let's check it out.
これは旅のお方ですかな。道中お疲れ様でございました。何にしますか。
差し当たり合酒を一杯もらおうか。少々値が張るものでも構わない。例えばそうだな、北条の壮来を思わせる香り高いものを見繕ってくれ。
秋っぽいやつでよろしいんですね。
それから店主、見たところこの店は随分客の入りがいいようだな。俺はいろいろな場所を行き来しているが、安酒場にこれほどの賑わいも珍しい。収穫祭の季節というわけでもないし、皆何に興味が湧いて集まっているのだ。
おかげさまで儲けさせてもらってます。いやね、連中にはお目当てがあるんでさ。なんていうか、この店に幸運の女神が居ついてくださったっていうかね。
ほう、なるほど。それは何とも結構なことだ。
最近よくうちに飲みに来てくれる女でね、レダって名前なんだが、これがもう見ての通りのいい女でね、彼女目当てで男どもが集まってくるんでさ。
なるほど。気まぐれな風としてはあのような女性放置はできぬ。
Very fun clip. I was worried that Sirocco was going to be a bit of like a clown character, like Sylvain has the unfortunate tendency to be some of the time. So I think it would be awkward to limit him to just being that when he's a lot more to him. But yeah, in the clip, he's just asking questions to the barkeep, seeing what's up, seeing why this place is popping. But yeah, my guess as to where this takes place in the story, I think it's very, very early on in the story. I think this is when they are first traveling to Daxian. We've seen a piece of dialogue with Buccaneer and Leda from Daxian, so I think this has to be before then in the story. Or if that scene is a C support, like I think it is, then this would have to be substantially earlier on in the story, because supports wouldn't be unlocked yet. I'm not sure how well I did the translation. I tried to get across that he speaks very cleanly, a little poetically. Really enjoyed this clip. I like Sirocco's voice actor and his character so far, but I think it was a shame that we didn't get any footage of him and Leda talking or him and Buccaneer talking. I think that is where the character will really shine in conjunction with those two. Last, we got a combat video on Twitter. This tweet reads, "During battle, he uses swords and magic in conjunction with each other to make a fool of his enemies." Let's check it out. There's a lot in this clip. The first thing I want to mention is that there's something cool about the ability which shows up during battle for him. This unknown ability of his, called Leave It to the Wind, has a +5 next to its name. One of the materials that you pick up in the combat of a previous video shows that you can strengthen combat arts, and I'm wondering if you can find abilities that strengthen the abilities of your characters in this game. Because otherwise, I'm not sure what +5 would mean, unless it's an ability which activates multiple times throughout a battle whenever you fulfill a certain condition, and then that plus would be letting you know how many times you fulfill that condition. So very cool stuff. He has a unique combat art for the sword called Mist Ripper, which is really cool. It's a double attack with the second one, has increased crit chance, and he can use lightning and wind. He seems to be a bit of like a wind sorcerer as his main thing. At the beginning of the battle he says, "My name is Hot Wind," or Gale or something. I was a little unsure if it was Neppu or Deppu. Same thing at the end there, I was a little unsure what he said. I think Genjite Miruka. Genjite is the word for like appear, so I was like, maybe he's like, "Kono kibun o genjite miruka," shall I display this feeling, or something like that. I'm still a little unsure, to be honest. I wasn't sure how other people translating in the comment sections were getting what they were getting. Maybe this is an illiteracy moment, alas. I was hoping a Japanese user would like comment exactly what they were saying, but no one's done that, and I don't think they will, because it's been like quite a little bit since it released, so. Cool map. We've seen one like it in, what's her name? Esmeralda's combat video, but this one's at night, unlike hers. And I think there's another one we've seen like this as well. I forget where that one is though. But yeah, I think what was shown off today for Sirocco is pretty cool. I wish we could get some more dialogue with him and Leda and Buccaneer. And some more information on his personal skill in the game would be nice. But either way, what we saw was pretty awesome. I really enjoy Sirocco. He's really cool. He's like Lewin. And yeah, I don't have anything else to say. I'm gonna let you go. Peace.